I've been TIG welding long enough to know that one of the easiest ways to ruin a beautiful weld is with a poorly prepared tungsten. You can have the right machine, the right settings, and the right filler rod, but if your tungsten isn't grounded correctly, you're already fighting an uphill battle. That's exactly why I chose YESWELDER Tungsten Electrode Sharpener. This thing's beautiful, by the way. First thing I noticed is how much more consistent my tungsten has been since I've been using this. Instead of using a bench grinder or a standard grinder, it just takes away all the guesswork that you normally would have to do, and you're able to get an engineered angle with this. Setup is really straightforward. Once you understand how the holes work on the grinder, if you look here, plug this real quick. If you look here, there's a slot for your angles, and it's got the size of which electrode goes in which hole. It's very simple. So here's a 332, and then you're gonna go ahead and just put it right here in the 332, right there, look. And the nice thing about this too is it's got an acrylic dust cover, so it keeps your workplace clean. Now this motor has a lot of power, and it does what it's designed to do. It doesn't bog down while grinding, and it removes material at a controlled pace without feeling overly aggressive. I found it easy to create long, even tapers that produce a much more stable arc than the uneven points that sometimes get from like a standard grinder or a bench grinder. Another thing worth mentioning is, of course, the consistency. When you're welding stainless, chromoly, aluminum, or thin gauge material, arc stability is super important. Having every tungsten sharpen the same way every single time makes the arc feel predictable, and that way it's easier to lay cleaner beads. But experienced TIG welders know how little these details do add up and how important they are. This thing is not very big, it's not oversized. It can easily fit in a workbench or in your toolbox where I keep mine. And the thing is too, is like I said, with that cover, I don't have to worry about contaminating my areas. This isn't a replacement for welding skill, but it definitely removes one variable that can affect weld quality. Beginners will appreciate how easy it is to produce consistent tungsten geometry, while experienced welders will probably enjoy the time saving and repeatability, which I do enjoy. Build quality feels solid overall. The controls are very simple. If you look here, there's an on and off switch. There's slots as far as what you would, if you want a 15 to all the way up to a 30-degree angle, these are the areas that you're going to go ahead and grind it. This thing's super consistent because it's going to save you a lot of time, so you can make sure that your tungsten is the same every single time. Overall, this is one of those specialty tools that you will appreciate in the long run. And I'm actually going to go ahead and give you a quick demonstration really fast. So, grinding, make sure you got a pair of safety glasses on. And we're actually going to stick it right here. So, this is a 332 R Captain tungsten, and it's actually the blue. You're going to stick it directly in the 332 section right here, which you got right here. Just go ahead and turn on the motor. All you're going to do is just rotate it. And with that cover on there, I don't have to worry about anything getting on my floor. And voila. Look at that. Look how consistent that is. Look how round it is. Perfect point every single time. So that's what I'm saying. This thing will give you that convenience every single time, so you don't have to guess. And it's really easy to roll back up and put away. Once you get this thing, you're not going to want to do it any other way. I'm spoiled now because of this. Check it out.